Hello users of the internet. Today I'm going to be playing Avoid the Lion 7 Yellow Edition. It's the third game in my Avoid the Lion 7 Special Edition Color series. I played the Orange Edition in the last video and the Red Edition in the video prior to that. So here it is. Let's play. And of course, as always, we have to turn the sound all the way up. Oh wait, it's already all the way up. Okay, we're turning the sound all the way off. Now we turn the sound all the way up. Because remember, you always have to turn the sound all the way up. So here's Avoid the Lion 7 Yellow Edition. It's like all the others, but yellow. As always, there are a few things you can play as. The duck is already yellow. I guess we'll skip that one today. Skip Pink Dog, Gym Level, and Cat as usual. And Cat 2. So yeah, we'll just do Wizard, Toad, E, Dog, and Twirl. That kind of shortens the time. Maybe we'll do Cat. We'll do Cat. Yeah, we'll do Cat just because it's been a while. Oh, I wonder if they had a lemon. I should have done a lemon and said, oh, there are yellow apples. Oh, what does it matter? Select all. It's bright. Kind of hurts my head. And all of these games kind of hurt my head. The yellow apples kind of look like golden apples. Which will be a thing in Avoid the Lions 8. So I suggest that you look into Avoid the Lions 8 to see those golden apples when Avoid the Lions 8 comes out. It's like all the other games, really, just yellow. Oh, that's a flaw. One of the lions had part of one of the lion's manes wasn't yellow, it was still brown. Oh yeah, there it was again. Oh, I'll have to fix that. But that could be part of this video. I really don't know what to talk about. I destroyed the Starfish of Supreme Power. Now how are we supposed to get stuff? I got hit by the Invisibles. Okay, I guess since it's broken, we need to fix the game. I have to identify which opponent isn't right. It's not this one. As you can see here, this line's all yellow. I might eventually make a Scratch project where I might eventually do a YouTube video where I actually work on a Scratch project. That might be kind of fun. I haven't decided whether I don't know. It's an idea. See, then we just do that. It's pretty simple, the image, the costume editor. You know, you just have all the basic tools, and you know, it's block code like I've said many times, so it's all very intuitive. It's all, you know, it's all logical. And of course, you can make the thumbnail the thumbnail will be whatever you last save it as, so you need to have that present. And you see the project page, and we'll reload just to, you know, go back to where we were. Well, okay, here we are. So back into the game. We've played as Cat. We're not going to do Duck. We'll do Wizard, Toad. Select all. Select all. It's fun, I think. If you're watching this video, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube account, and I'm going to ask you to follow my Scratch account. If you're not familiar with it, Scratch scratch.mit.edu. It's the programming website that I've created these games on. So yep, like every other platform, there's seems to be there is the following or the it's called following on Scratch. Anyway, I suggest so please follow me on Scratch. Of course, you'll have to make an account, but I suggest you do that. Make a Scratch account. It's pretty easy. You can figure that out once you get on Scratch. And follow me. It's always funny when it gets cut off. Okay, let's see. Oh, and as you can see, the end screen was yellow. E. Do watermelon and lightning. E is funny. Oh, there's lightning behind that watermelon. Comment that on this video. There was lightning behind that watermelon. Say that to everyone you know. Let's see if we can make a new thing. Oh, and speaking of making new things and setting trends, I'm sure all of you are familiar with Rick Rolling, which... Oh, he just got all those watermelons. Anyway, you're all familiar with Rick Rolling, playing the Rick Astley song to, as the practical joke. Well, I've decided to make my own version called Bobby Bashing. Now, Bobby Darin has a song, Beyond the Sea. He didn't write it, but he did the best version of it. Anyway, I decided that if we're going to be constantly playing a song over and over again, let's make it one I really want to listen to. As good as Never Going to Give You Up is, I'd rather listen to Beyond the Sea over and over again. So, please listen to Beyond the Sea. You can find it on YouTube, the Bobby Darin version. It's Bobby Darin Beyond the Sea. And then leave links to it all over the internet, on all the platforms you use, and tell your friends about it. And a benefit to it is that no one will recognize the links. Now, the problem with Rick Rolling is that a lot of persons have memorized the what's it called? The URLs, and they won't click on it because they know what it does. However, I have to guarantee that it's significantly fewer persons will know the URL to Beyond the Sea, the Bobby Darin's Beyond the Sea, simply as it's not an internet trend. It's not like everyone's playing the song. It's a good song though, and all the comments on all the comments on the YouTube video for it seem to be from persons who really appreciate it. There were some persons who disliked it. I don't understand why anyone could dislike that song. It's great. But, yeah, please consider Bobby Bashing. It's just, it's like Rick Rolling, but better, and no one will recognize the URL for a long time. So yeah. What have we talked about? Yeah, follow me on Scratch, subscribe to me on YouTube, and help me spread Bobby Bashing. Now to the next game. Dog. No, we need to do that differently. Dog. Let's just pick one. Tennis ball. Line 3. Maybe we'll do an all lightning one later. Yeah, we could do lightning. I don't remember if I ever played the special edition. Not special edition, but the special edition of Void Lion 6 games, which were Cat Edition and Special Edition. I thought I played those, but now that I think about it, I don't know if I ever did. Now, that's not really relevant to this video, but I'm going to go back and check in on that, because those two might get their own video in the future. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say. There's lots I could talk about. As I've said, Avoid the Lions 8 is coming soon, so please look into that. Watch. I suggest that you go on to Scratch and look at what's it called? Loud Starfish. It's one of my projects. Go to Weird Eddie Studios. Create your own account, and I'll let you into Weird Eddie Studios. You just have to ask me. Create a Scratch account and go to and find my account, 23D Super Res, and tell me that you watched my YouTube video, and I'll let you into Weird Eddie Studios. If you ask to get into Weird Eddie Studios, I would let you in anyway, even if you didn't watch the YouTube video. But just tell me that you watched the YouTube video, because I'd like to know that very much. I'd like to know that I actually am being seen. Not so much because I need attention, but more that I just want to share my stuff with the world. Because I like my stuff, and I figure everyone else might too. So the best way to find out is to share it, and yeah. So because it would be nice if someone liked my stuff and if someone likes my stuff, then and they find out about it, that's yeah, it's nice. And it gives me something to do, since I don't really do anything all day. And yes, this video is being recorded at 3:47. This video is being recorded at 3:47 on a Wednesday in August. No, in September now. Yes, I'm not at school. No, I didn't skip out. I didn't drop out. I'm in school. I just don't go to school. It's homeschooled. And I do stuff at night. Do schoolwork at night. So, I don't do anything all day, so do this kind of stuff to entertain myself. I'm going to take the GED, which is the equivalent of a high school diploma. It's a test, and if you don't go to high school, you can't get a diploma. But if you take the GED, then if you pass the GED, then you'll know. Then that means you know everything you would have learned in high school. And I've taken a few practices for it. Well, two actually. I've taken 2 practices, so that's a couple, not a few. And I passed the practices, so I guess I know what I'm doing. That's nice. I've taken practice ACT tests, which you would take to get into college, and I averaged, I think, 25 on them, which is good, because the highest score is the highest possible score. The highest possible score is 36, and usually any college will let you in if you get at least a 24, I think. Some will let you in at just an 18, and I got 25. Now, here's the thing. I ran out of time because I don't always work very quickly. I'm trying to get better at that. But on the questions I did answer, which was usually about 75% on each test, I did almost perfectly, missing only 2 or 3. There was one test where I didn't miss any questions of the questions I answered because, well, remember, like I said, I didn't answer all the questions because I ran out of time. But of the ones I did answer, I didn't miss any on one test. I forget which one. That might have been math. Got like 27 on that, which is really good. And they do an average. So you take several tests for ACT, and then they do an average of each of your scores, and that's the score you get for the whole thing. And it all averaged out 25. So that's pretty good. If I could just get a little faster and answer all the questions, I could reasonably expect to score between 34 and 36 on each test. My mom is excited. She that she'll eventually get to say that she might. My mom is excited because she thinks that she'll get to say that she knows someone who scored a 36 on the ACT. I think I can do it. I just need to keep practicing. Well, luckily I have plenty of time. I'm currently 16 years old. I can drive, so that's nice. And I'm probably going to start college in January of next year. Junior college, which is, just the 2-year college, so it's a good start. I'll probably get an internship at the local nuclear plant, in which they'll pay for my education to become a nuclear engineer if I work for them for 5 or 6 years after I'm fully educated. I have no clue what I'm going to be doing there until I get the degree, because that's not something that you want to have only a little knowledge in. Oh, hey, look at that. I didn't even realize we set the longest time in the high score. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing there. I'm guessing they'll pay me at least a little bit until I get the degree. And that'd be nice, because then I'm finally can start, actually being a productive human. Because most of the time I'm just kind of here, home. I don't do much. But in my home I do quite a lot. Anyway, but I'll get the degree and then work at the power plant for, a while. And hopefully, with my knowledge of nuclear engineering, I'll eventually be able to go into nuclear propulsion, which is the process of using a nuclear reactor to heat liquid hydrogen to a plasma and shoot it out the back of an engine to go fast. It can be up to 3 times more powerful than burning hydrogen, and could potentially be used to and it could greatly shorten the time that space travel takes. One particular nuclear propulsion design, which is the Nerva S4B, which would have been used on the Saturn C5, which was a modified version of the Saturn V. They never built one, but they were going to in the 1970s. They could have used, if they had built it, they would have been able to go to Mars in just 4 months, which is nearly twice as fast as the fastest chemical propulsion systems, which are, the typical rocket engines which burn fuel. So yeah, I think that's a very interesting and exciting industry, and I'd very much like to work on that. And I'd like to. I also plan on getting a degree in chemical engineering and maybe aeronautical engineering. My ultimate goal is hopefully to build spacecraft, possibly even my own company. Because there's SpaceX and what's it called, Blue Origin. Sure, those guys are rich, but sure, they're still shooting things off. I mean, if they can do it, I can. I just need to figure out how. And my current plan is internships. I don't know. I might start out at NASA or one of the other companies eventually, but I'm hoping to get government grants, like a research and development grant where the government will pay for will give me money so I can run an experiment. It's a very promising field, and I think I have a chance of getting it. But remember, that would be like a decade from now, so I've got plenty of time to figure it out. And I am thinking about it now. It's completely reasonable what I want to do. It's not absurd. I mean, 50 years ago it would have been crazy to think this, but hey, here we are. I think I'll be able to do it. leave a comment if you think I'll be able to start my own space agency. Probably called the Danny Propulsion Company, or the Danny Aerospace Propulsion, or something like that. I put my first name on everything, not my last name. Why? Because I go by my first name, not my last name. Another route I might take is to be a nuclear engineer in space, to work on reactors on spacecraft and on facilities on other planets, on Moon, Mars, wherever I may end up. Of course, I could do that with my knowledge of propulsion, nuclear propulsion, because I know how a reactor works, or at least I will eventually. And I figure if I can figure out how to shoot stuff off into deep space, I might as well send myself off on my own engine. Not afraid of the unknown. Space travel is actually very safe. The few incidents that do occur are really spectacular, so it seems like it's really dangerous, but it's actually very safe. So yeah, if you're watching my videos and in 20 years or so you hear that if you hear about the Danny Propulsion Company and how I'm on the moon, just remember that I told you about my plans when I was 16 years old while playing a game I made on Scratch for a YouTube video. It's completely possible. Wow, this is very good. This is the best. This is one of the best runs I've ever had. We've got over 630. We've got like 636 points so far. I think we're going to hit 1,000. No, I don't know. We might hit 1,000 seconds for the longest time. Wow, we've got 20 lives. Probably had more. Probably had more moments ago. But remember to comment on the video. There is lightning behind that watermelon. No, let's see, I have to say it with a tone. Aw, there was lightning behind that watermelon. Yeah, that's how you have to say it. Comment, aw, there was lightning behind that watermelon. Even though there were no watermelons in this part of the game. I mean, there were moments ago in the last game. Actually, not moments. It's been like 10 minutes. I don't know how many lasers have been fired in this game alone. I should add something that counts the number of lasers that fire. Maybe in Avoid the Lions 8. As you can see, the force field is very useful at eradicating lions. Oh, there's a fire truck. I could hear a fire truck outside. There's a fire station down the street from where I live. There used to be a temporary one just like half a mile west of me, but they moved it. They built a permanent one. So now if you go deeper into the community, like a mile and a half from here, they have a new fire station by the sports park. It's called. In my community, there are 22 parks, 2 of which are big parks, and 20 of which are pocket parks, which are just little ones. For each subdivision. Now, some of those subdivisions do have multiple parks. I think the most anyone has is 3. Some of them are big. Because out here, there's a lot of open space, and though the yards here aren't particularly large, they're good sized. It's good. I think each lot might be like 1/8 of an acre. Wow, we are going to hit 1,000 seconds. Let's see. Anyway, so there's the sports park and the community park. If you go in through the main entrance and you stay on the main road, the first of the big parks you'll see is the community park. And this. It has a large jungle gym and a small jungle gym. A splash pad with, let's see, 7 water features that, spray water in various ways. 2 tennis courts, a volleyball court, and 2 basketball courts, and a large open field and several ramadas. Let's see. Hey, wow, we're over 1,000 seconds. Wow, that's fun. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 points. Let's see. If you continue down the road, you'll go by where I live. You won't see my house from the main road. Actually, you can see it from the main road. Not as easily as you used to, though. Let's see. Eventually, though, you'll get to an intersection where both the main road and the road that's being intersected have to stop. Then you go down the road farther, and eventually you'll go past where the old fire station was. It's used as a maintenance building now. But if you continue on that road, you'll kind of cross under the power lines, and then you'll get to another roundabout. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a roundabout by the first park. Well, by the second park, there's another roundabout. Anyway, the new fire station is over there. It's a nice building, made of cinder blocks. We're building a new school a little bit beyond that. So yeah, that's where the fire station is. Like I said, there are 20 small parks and 2 big parks. I have names for all the parks. Let's see, there's the whale park, because the splash pad is a whale. The water feature on the splash pad's a whale. What's it called? The bench of Drench Park, because most days the palm tree water feature will spray the bench that sits across the splash pad from the sidewalk. We didn't know this at first, and so my dad was sitting there. We turned the water on, he gets sprayed, which was fine because he was going to get wet anyway. But it was just a little surprise. Let's see. Oh crud! We're in danger of losing the game. I have to use my force field more often. Let's see. There's what we call the Horsey Park, and it has this brown horse water feature, but it's distinct from all the other horse water features in the fact that it's a darker brown, and it's activated with a button on the pole instead of the ground activator or the newer button activators that are on a post beside the splash pad. There are 2 colors for button activators, red and green, and the poles are red, but the ones for the volleyball courts at the sports park are brown, so that's different. I'll talk about the sports park in a moment. Let's see. The secret park is across the main road from where I live. It's kind of hard to see. Has a palm tree water feature. Nice jungle gym, or as I call it, jungle climber. Technically, a jungle climber is one of those little jungle gyms that are used at smaller parks, where it's not like a complete structure, but just a basic thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's the little park down the street, which is what we call the pocket park, that's nearest to my house. Let's see, there's the blue Kokopelli Park, which has a light blue Kokopelli water feature. Look up Kokopelli if you're. There's what we call the Ben Park, because Ben lives near there. Don't talk too much about Ben, though. His mom doesn't like me because I'm actually able to compete very well with Ben. Not physically, but mentally. You see, we're both very smart, and I'm one of few persons that actually pose a challenge to Ben, and his mom doesn't like me for that. She won't say it, but she definitely seems frustrated with me. Anyway, that's fine. They're a nice group, though. I like Ben. He's funny. Ben's funny. Anyway, so the park near where Ben lives is called the Ben Park, appropriately. Let's see, there's what we call the Shrek Park, because we were talking about Shrek at it one time. Pretty self-explanatory. It's what we know as a checkpoint park, because we used to stop at it when we would walk to my grandma's house, who lives roughly 2 miles west of me. We don't take that path, though. We take the shortcut, where we go to the north end of what's called Bruner Road, in an area we call Lumpy Bumps, which is a bunch of piles of dirt that we ride our bikes on. So yeah, we kind of cross through there into the next section. We go down, I forget what street it is, but there's a street that we go down to the Shrek Park. Then we cross through the desert, because there's a wash, and alley that goes through the wash in the desert, and through another alley into the section my grandma lives in. And that's how we go to our grandma's house now. On a bike, you can get there in 5 minutes. In a car, you can drive on the main road there in 5 minutes, so that's really nice. Anyway, we used to walk there, and we would stop at the park known as the Checkpoint Park, because it's like the checkpoint, the rest area. Let's see. What else is there? There's the Elephant Park, because it has an elephant water feature on its splash pad. There's the Fighter Plane Park, and it has a flower splash pad. And one time when we were using it, there were just dozens and dozens of fighter planes flying over. It was loud. It's really fun, though. There's the Favorite Park at the very far end of the community. It's just called the Favorite Park because it was our favorite park before they built houses out there. Because they started building this community in 2006. We moved here, basically, we moved there, I moved out here in like 2008, I think. So we're among the original homeowners. And, well, they stopped building in 2009 or so because of the economic crash. Everyone calls it a recession, but it was a full-blown depression. Just face it, everyone, it was. And you know it. We can thank Obama for that one. He was in office. Messed up the economy. Let's see. Yeah, like happened almost as soon as he got in, yeah. Well, there we go. It's his fault. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, they stopped building houses for a long time, but in 2014 they started up again, and then just recently in like 2019 they finally built houses around the Favorite Park. But it was nice. We had we had access to a lot of the empty lots for like nearly a decade. Some of them we lost sooner than that, but it was good. It was very nice. It was very nice having it all empty and quiet. It was really fun. I would build stuff in the empty lot across the street. Well, one thing I called Lodge. It was just a levee I had built to stop the water because the empty lots flood out. So it was fun. It was a water control project. It was fun. Let's see. Parks. What park is next? Let's see. There's the movie review park because one time we were talking about movies there. My dad says something about Pete's Dragon. My brother Charlie says, "Yeah, I've seen it." Well, that was timed well. No, he did not say I'm a firing my laser. No, what he said was, I've seen that before. It's terrible. So now that's a running joke that Pete's Dragon is terrible. Actually, I've never seen it, but my dad can confirm that it is terrible. So okay. Let's see. What else is there? There's the Ghost Park because it's out in a section that used to have no houses whatsoever. Let's see. There's the Red Cocopelli Park that's in my grandma's section. Talked about the Secret Park. There's the Apollo 13 Park because the first time I watched, because we went to that park after I watched the Apollo 13 movie for the first time. There's what we call the Sub-Zero Park because it's really cold in the retention basin in winter, and I don't think it's ever gone below zero, but it was just like a joke. I think I'm going to lose. Got force field points, might as well use them. Let's see, where else? There's what we call the Grinch Park because the Grinch song came on. Because we go to the parks around Christmas time and listen to music. And you know, listen to the music while playing at the park on the Jungle Gym. Anyway, one time the Grinch song came on as soon as we got to the park, so that was appropriate. So we call it the Grinch Park. Let's see. Other parks. There's. I think that's okay. There's one last park, the Chicken Park, because of the chicken water feature. That's the one. It's on the south end of Johnson Road, and it's the park I go to after playing out on the desert trails on my bike. It's very nice ramps out there and nice washes and trails. It's fun. It's fun. But I go there and drink Dr. Pepper after doing that with my grandma. She rides her bike, I ride my bike. We go out there. She watches me be a lunatic on the desert. And and the game is over. Oh, what a relief! That's the best game of Avoid the Lions I have ever played. That's absolutely great. Not as good as that one. The time isn't as good as that one time that Charlie got, but because he wasn't really playing. I was actually playing. I mean, that was absolutely great. Oh, that was fun. And appropriately, that concludes all the parks. So yeah, considering the length of this video, I think I'm going to cut it here. Was I playing this dog in that video? Yeah, I think I was. Because it was tennis balls, right? Yeah, it was tennis balls. Yeah. Okay, I was playing as the dog in this one. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to cut the video off here because that was long. I'm going to make another video to conclude the rest of Avoid the Lions Yellow Edition and talk about more stuff in that, of course. So please subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Scratch. You'll have to create a Scratch account, but that's fine. Go to Weird Eddie Studios. And, yeah, tell me that you, oh, and of course, spread Bobby bashing and comment, "Aw, there was lightning behind that watermelon." Thank you for watching the video. Enjoy the rest of the internet. Goodbye, users of the internet.